I am breaking down sugar. A lot of people are interested in how to reduce added sugar in their diet, so I'm going to share with you some of my best tips for cutting sugar. There's hidden sugar in almost everything that's on the shelf. It can be in disguise under a variety of different names like molasses or monk fruit. And I want to be crystal clear, in the palate, on our taste buds, in the brain, in the reward center, and in the gut, all sugar pretty much acts the same in terms of stimulating more sugar-seeking behavior. Here's the bottom line. It is metabolically and behaviorally addicting. That doesn't mean that it's all bad. We have to remember that every cell in our body actually runs on glucose, but that's very different than saying that, oh, we just need more and more and more of it. Here are the numbers that you need to be aware of when you talk about sugar. Added sugar maximum limits per day for women are 25 grams a day, for men about 37 grams a day. And the vast majority of Americans, from kids to adults, are getting way too much. Tip number one, if you are trying to cut sugar, cold turkey. There is some data that supports the fact that sugar addiction is really the same in terms of our brain's biochemistry as addiction to cocaine. So how does one try to kick a cocaine habit? Cold turkey usually. So you can try that with sugar, cold turkey. You wake up one morning, you decide you're going to cut the sugar in your diet, and you start reading those labels, and you avoid all sweet foods, beverages, candies, etc., etc. Tip number two, slow taper. That means, okay, you've decided you want to try to reduce sugar in your diet, and so you just slowly taper down. Maybe for you that's not having that soda or fruit juice or sweetened drink. Maybe it's not having dessert. Maybe it's not having candy. But whatever it is, it's a slow taper instead of a cold turkey. Tip number three, the 5-day, 2-day approach. What does that mean? Monday through Friday, you are super strict. So you're reading labels, you're not eating sweets, you're not drinking sugar-sweetened beverages, you're not adding sugar to your coffee, tea. But Saturday and Sunday, you can relax a little. Interesting thing happens when you try this 5-day, 2-day approach. First of all, math wins. So 5 days beats 2 days. Anything you do for 5 days is going to eventually have more of an impact than things you do for 2 days. The second thing that happens is you'll start to lose weight, because that is always a byproduct of cutting sugar. And as that picks up, it will be positive reinforcement for you to do this more. And lastly, metabolically, you will gradually lose your taste for those sweet, sweet, sweet foods and drinks. A big one, don't drink your calories. This to me should be like nutrition Bible. There are so many things that are great to eat. Try not to add calories to your day-to-day kind of tally with what you're drinking. Really go for calorie-free beverages. Now, what does that mean? Ideally, water or seltzer. In the short term, however, yes, a diet beverage is better than a full calorie beverage, but there has been some pretty interesting data that suggests that even diet sodas activate that same center in the brain. So it's not ideal. In the short term, it might be fine, but I think just try everything you can. Don't drink your calories. At the end of the day, people need to find what works for them. It is not one size fits all, but I do think that we can't consume foods and beverages with blinders on. We need to understand what we're putting in our bodies and what that's doing to our bodies. Just be accountable to you. This isn't an explanation you owe anyone else. You owe yourself the opportunity to be as healthy and as happy as you can be. And if that means cutting sugar a little bit, go for it.